credits.
Somewhere in these eyes, I'm on your side.
Help a veteran get a warm meal.
You wide-eyed girls, you get it right. Fall back into place.
What's up, everybody? It's the dynamic duo back again with another review for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Today, we'll be reviewing the second episode, and there will be spoilers. So if you haven't, make sure to go watch our good old episode 1 and the actual episodes. It'll be in the description and on the screen right now. Before we actually hop into the video, I'd just like to give props to the team behind Kenobi. I've been geeking out on Star Wars since I was a super little kid. I've read every novel, comic, played every game since Dark Forces, and I'm still trying to get my hands on the older games, and of course, I've watched all Star Wars media, like most Star Wars fans have, and I have to say, props to the writers. Now that you've seen the first video, and we're done with the intro, welcome to Daiyu, a planet very reminiscent to the lower levels of Coruscant. The episode starts out here, and we quickly see what it's all about when Kenobi asks a stranger if he could assist him in tracking down the bounty hunter ship that took Leia. He refuses, telling Obi-Wan that people here like their secrets. I love this scene because it's followed by two amazing things. Firstly, Obi-Wan asks Qui-Gon for help. I love how big of a role he's playing in this so early on, even if he's not physically there. Second, my absolute favorite scene in this episode, we see a poor clone trooper ask Kenobi for credits so he can get a warm meal. He's a veteran who seems to have been discharged from the Stormtrooper Corps and left to rot. With a little hesitation, Kenobi helps, though obviously fearful the clone may engage him at first. Now, there are some things I'd like to say before we move past this, because people are posting about this all over Twitter right now. Yes, we know he's a 501st Trooper. This does mean he served under Anakin Skywalker and probably to some extent recognizes Obi-Wan Kenobi. Next, this clone was most likely discharged due to injury, not age, so worry not, we may still see clones. They have accelerated aging, but they don't age as fast as a mayfly. These guys were trained to peak condition. 10 years would not stop them, and we know it didn't, in Legends and canon. Many clones fought and served for 15 or more years after Order 66, the best even serving much longer. They just played less in combat roles and more in instructor roles, since they were far better than other humans, and unfortunately, us humans needed some training. And lastly, a lot of you are bringing up the chips that should have made this clone go off on Kenobi, but the chips didn't play a big part after Order 66. Many clones actually regretted what they were forced to do to their friends, wishing they could turn that all back and find some way to stop it. Even before the Bad Batch came out, we saw this in so much Star Wars media. That's really all I wanted to cover on this. I have to defend my clone boys, always. The Empire needs a better VA too. Moving on, Ewan McGregor's daughter makes a cameo, selling him some spice and letting him know he won't find Leia. Great job on that part, Esler. We keep going through the episode and Obi-Wan bumps into a fake Jedi named Haja. Now, I just want to say Kamal, I'm sorry for butchering your name, does excellent in this role. He's a really fun actor to see. Anyways, Obi-Wan holds him at gunpoint and tells him to help. He actually does help because, believe it or not, this con artist is a really good guy deep down, who just needs a couple credits. Right after this, we get a Breaking Bad type scene where Obi-Wan cooks up some sweet drugs. No, I'm kidding. He cooks something, it explodes to cause a distraction, and we see now he's on the right path, almost to Leia. He takes out two guards and then enters one of the cells. There, Leia sits with a bag over her head. But it's not really Leia. The bounty hunters jump him and almost take him down, but he throws spice on the ground, causing a cloud, and protects himself with a rebreather. The bounty hunters inhale so much they become the equivalent to a pothead on 420. Exiting the room, Kenobi checks the other rooms until he finally finds Leia. She's disappointed her father didn't send an army and just sent this guy. But she has to get over it as quick as she can because the two make a quick escape, change clothes, and make their way for the port. Unluckily for them, the third sister sends out a bounty for them and shuts down the ports. In no time, the whole planet starts searching for them. While hiding, Leia doesn't believe Obi-Wan is really a Jedi and is the reason she's in danger, so she runs away and he chases her down. This did feel a little forced, but Eventually, a shootout starts between Kenobi and the two bounty hunters. During the shootout, Leia falls, but Obi-Wan saves her with the Force and dispatches both the enemies. Due to him using the Force, she now believes him and sticks with him. Haja, the con artist from earlier, helps them by pointing them to a cargo ship that is not a hot spot for bounty hunters or inquisitors. Then he goes off to distract the third sister. The distraction doesn't last long, and as they arrive at the cargo dock, so does the third sister. She searches for Kenobi and even reveals Vader is Anakin and has been searching for him for a very long time. This sends Kenobi into a very dark emotional state. But before she can find him, the Grand Inquisitor shows up and reprimands her. Without hesitation, she stabs him. But we can assume he's not dead because he is in Rebels after all. Probably gets thrown in a bacta after this episode, and then they have internal conflict or something. As she's distracted with her fellow Inquisitor, Kenobi makes a daring escape onto the cargo ship with Leia. To end the episode, we see a glimpse of Vader floating in his usual bacta tank. There we go, we're finally finished. We tried to make this video a little shorter than the last one with a smaller recap, so I hope you caught all of that. Overall, this episode was about an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. The only reason I say this is because I absolutely hate how she revealed Anakin was Vader. No one is supposed to know that, and Vader quite literally kills people who figure it out. But it also had some 10 out of 10 moments. The clone trooper, the scene of Vader, the shootout, and Haja were all great. The mentions of Leia being like Padme and Anakin were also spectacular. I do see a lot of complaints on Twitter about Leia being annoying, but I think Vivian does the part spectacularly. Of course, she's going to be a little annoying. She's the daughter of Anakin and Padme after all. So yeah, just lighten up on the young actress a little bit. Overall, the episode was amazing. It was a little slow in some parts, but it picked up great in other parts. So far, this show is starting out strong and has not disappointed. I really wish they didn't reveal Anakin was Vader, at least not through the third sister. Now, I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Then go watch Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus. New episodes every Wednesday. And let us know what you think of episode 2 in the comments. And if you haven't, go check out episode 1 and let us know what you think of that as well. The link will be right here. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one.